bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico.
Expose these clowns!
Attention! Bold crusher! It's time for the Freddy Chico show to begin! Open up your ears and listen closer! I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building in strong, watch these clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'm gonna give them most of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building in strong, watch these clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'm gonna give them most of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. I speak for the truth of my people, I will never quit. No fear in my heart, they keep talking while I'm living this. Kneel for the spirit of the fallen, call him Captain Lee. Them soldiers always raising up our Fifth Street analysts. They lost in the zone of a fatal slave. True facts in the story only carry weight. Keep the grind on your mind each and every day. But don't copy off of mine, eat what's on your plate. Respect the Huey P. and Bobby Seale. Malcolm X and the King, cause the dream is real. What I said, and I mean it all. If you're looking for the real Freddy Chico show, I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building in strong, watch these clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I will give them most of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Building in strong, watch these clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I will give them most of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show.
Welcome to the Freddy Chico Show, where the truth is revealed and never concealed. I'm looking at my new gear I got. What's up, Shay? I appreciate you, the first one in the building. Let me know how the sound is. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and trying to be able to juggle all three. We got a hot one for you. Did you honor fathers yesterday? Go ahead and get the timer started. Rep your city. Let me know where you're checking in from. Got one person in Facebook. Let me know who you are. Let me know where you're checking in from. Awesome. Yeah, I got some new gear trying to break in, and hopefully everything is coordinated well. Everything up high, so I'm not looking down so much. Still a work in progress. Awesome. You said you sure did, and most men were very grateful. Are you saying some weren't? Father's Day was awesome. Thank you for asking. And I guess say the same thing. Most were like that. There's a few I had to that I had to check because they weren't acting right, but they received it well. I give them props on that. They didn't go off butthurt or anything like that, because they would have got deleted, but they took it in stride. All right, Sean, what's going on, my man? You see the topic. We're gonna start in a minute. Gotta rep where you coming from. I almost stepped out, man, and ran up there to that IHOP, to pull up on you, but that'll look kind of stalkerish, so I didn't. And I gotta stay away from anything sweet, anything right now anyway. So I didn't want no temptation to get no pancakes or nothing syrupy or whatever, that you would get from IHOP. But it looked like you had a good time. Wife definitely put it down. Everything I wanted, everything I needed, I received. So I definitely had an awesome Father's Day weekend. But there's some things we're going to talk about today. Because I do believe, wait till we get to that, we're going to talk on things that need to change. Do me a favor, hit that share button, invite somebody, that might be interested in this topic tonight. So honestly, I randomly told them Happy Father's Day, and they were so shocked. Got you, because, and there's a reason for it. Not to even know them people personally, but a lot of times, we're not given that credit. So it's like, wow, somebody actually did something like that. What's going on, Ron? Ron is in the building. Appreciate you. Do me a favor, invite one friend in. You know what I mean? That might be interested in this topic. We're going to be talking. Shortly, just tell me, let everybody know where you're checking in from. He said I had checked 2 people yesterday, and I mentioned her. Her pastor said to her, now I single mothers, and I shot it all the way down. Yeah, that's some clown stuff right there. What's going on, Joe? Buffalo Soldier in the building. I see you. And I'm going to speak on that because there's a lot of pastors that are still doing that. Still doing that mess. And it's dysfunctional. Because they should know better. But, Walter, what's going on, man? Let them know where you check. Took it forever to do that. Okay. Alright, so the topic today is what a father is and what a father isn't. What a father is and what a father isn't. Aishan kind of gave a hint of where I'm going with this. Is given today is Monday, religious topics on Monday. Checking in from Boron, California. Got you. Boron. We're gonna address some people that are in the church that apparently don't know what a father is and what a father is not. And I'm in no particular order because I don't want it to seem like it's a vendetta or something against any particular person. So it's in no order that I say this, but one of the things that a father is not is a woman. A woman cannot be a father. So there's no such thing as a woman doing double duty, being the mother and the father. She cannot do that. Yes, a father guides and protects. That's what a father is. Boron. There's a city named Boron, and then the boron mines is where they make borax stuff for cleaning products and bug repellent. Okay. Keep you clean, keep the bugs off you. Gotcha. You said I only had to get on one guy and 2 women yesterday. The campaign to not hate on Father's Day actually worked. I was kind of surprised too. There was a lot more that I thought was going to happen yesterday, but so we stuck on gender roles. Expound on that. You say you're asking if I am stuck on gender roles. Let me see where you're going with that. You said those preachers know they are wrong, but don't care for financial and personal reasons. They know the Bible doesn't back that nonsense. Yeah, because I mean, when you're talking about these, we know Happy Father's Day to single mothers, you're a clown. You're a whole clown. And it's just nothing to kiss women's behinds, and hopefully, you can con them into doing something you want them to do, manipulate them in some kind of way, form, or fashion. But it's not, coming from honorable intentions. He said, yes, the world has changed so much, and the family roles no longer look the same. But all I'm saying is like, was there something in what I said that you think has me stuck in a certain role? Because just to be fair, just like I say, no woman can be a father, no man can be a mother. Nobody's on Mother's Day talking about Happy Mother's Day to all the single fathers pulling double duty. They're not. They don't have that same energy. So they're not. I guess they're stuck on gender roles when it comes to that. Like they're not. Giving props for the men that are doing the double work. You said some of these men are trifling. They have two whole different families. Again, don't care. Don't care if they have two different families, because that means they got two different dumb women that fell for their con game, Because again, if we want to pinpoint when people are doing something wrong, let's be fair on both sides, I think I watched, what was it? It was one of those documentaries where they were trying to figure out why this guy killed somebody, or I think he killed the wife or what have you, or the ex or something. But come to find out, the wife had cheated on the husband. No, the wife killed the husband. Was it the wife that killed the husband? No. The husband killed the wife, but still ended up going to jail because the wife was like bipolar or whatever, and he had to defend himself. But because he's too much of a wimp to hold her accountable, they put that man in jail, and he had videotape of her abusing him. You know what I mean? But so I was and I'll say it again, I'll repeat myself. When it came to Father's Day, I don't care if he's a deadbeat, I don't care if he don't even see his kids. Still happy Father's Day. No qualifiers. No happy Father's Day if you're doing what you're supposed to do. No happy Father's Day. He said, okay, I understand you. You made it clear about the gender roles. Gotcha. What's going on, 91 Bree or Bri? 91 Bri. Let me know if I'm saying that right. Welcome to the show. We are talking about what a father is and what a father isn't. Okay, awesome. You know Am Shay? And let's see what the people are saying. Do you think they're a false preacher if they do that after knowing the Bible doesn't support it? Of course. Of course they're false teachers. What about a woman who have a baby but by who she doesn't know who it is and tries to have another guy be the dad? People are people and do similar things. Why is it so socially acceptable to make excuses for females and hold men accountable? That's old. Those are old-fashioned rules where it stems from the idea that women are not that smart. So you can't hold them accountable. Like, you can't hold a pet accountable for certain things. You still punish them for certain things, but you're like, hey, they have limitations on how they rationalize things. That's how women were viewed. But now that we have discovered that women are not that stupid, we still want them to benefit from that lack of accountability. We don't want to change that mentality, because we still deep down, not me, but some of y'all still deep down want to insult women by saying they're not smart enough to do that. That's where the whole opening the doors and pulling the seat and all that stuff, it's not because they liked the women. It was like, oh, I want to be nice. No, they felt they were too stupid to do it on their own. And they needed a man to do those things, to make that man feel important. He opened the door. He did these things. You know, she's going to like me more if I do these things for her. It's corny. What are y'all thoughts? I see you. This is a question. Do you think a pastor should be held accountable for fulfilling the make support? Wait a minute. Fulfilling the make support for males in single parent homes? Why? Also, who should male support? For males in single parent homes, why? Also, who should have the talk about the birds and the bees? A father figure, you know, because in the same sense, a single father of daughters cannot tell the daughter how to go through puberty, how those changes, those physical changes are going to happen. Can't speak on that, you know. Need a female mentor for those things that no woman can do for a man, for a young boy. You know what I mean? But people got to be real with wanting to not save people's feelings. Oh, it's gonna make somebody feel bad if we tell them they can't do this. No, you can't do it. It's okay to say you can't do something. You don't have the ability to do this. You know, that's why they're messing up the military right now, letting these women do these combat positions they have no business being a part of. It just does not make sense. But they're putting people in harm's way on some foolishness based on decisions made from people that have never been in the military. It's going to cost people their lives. And, Walter, while you're in here, when I called old boy, Tony the Stone Barbados, Derrick Jackson, it's like, we got to stop with this. A woman does something, oh man, we just got to, fireworks come out, and it's like, oh my gosh, this has never been done before. I'm sorry, did you hear FloJo before? Did you know about Jackie Joyner Kersey? I mean, this is not like the first female athlete ever. Like, stop it. They did awesome. They did great, but stop acting like people ain't done nothing before her. She's not a pioneer. Okay? She's a fast girl. And then some people going to the point where she's like, she's faster than the guys. Like, stop it. Y'all making stuff up. That's what I have a problem with when it comes with the Derrick Jacksons. Like, they just go too far. Say, congratulations. Like, when Usain Bolt broke the record, people were not doing that crap. And I'm not sure if Shakara Richardson has the record at this point. If she beat FloJo's record. She still has the record for the 100 meter. 10:49. Do y'all know if she broke the record? Because I don't think she's broken the record, but people make that stuff up too. You know what I mean? He said, can we talk about this for a minute? I always get into it with other pastors who preach like that because I tell them that they shouldn't be doing premarital or marital ministry if they believe that corny junk, regardless of how the First Lady may complain. They get mad at me, but I feel like they are hurting society. They are. They are. He said, wait a minute now. Hold on. He said, some women are tougher than today's men. That's true. That's true. There's a lot of, I call them the elbow crew. You know, the people that talk like this, like, you know what I'm saying, shawty? You know, their elbows always out when they talking to everybody. You know, the elbow crew. Something wrong with their arms. But, that doesn't mean you're a better soldier, though. Total different scenario. Got you. Good question. You say, could you emphasize what you mean about a woman shouldn't be in combat? I think if they want, they should have the choice. Okay. Got you. Look at sports, for instance. You have the NBA and you have the WNBA. Now, every year or every other year, they'll say something about a really good female player is so good that she could compete with the guys. When the 92 female Olympic team that had all the greats in there, Lisa Leslie, and a bunch of others, Dawn Staley, you know, they were like, yeah, I played with boys too. But none of them could, even the best, could not compete in the NBA. And that's a sport. Basketball. Not life and death. Now, transfer that over to life and death. Now, yes, there are women that can replace a guy who has no business being in combat either. But does that mean they should actually be in combat too? Because they're tougher than this other dude in the military. So, and it goes deeper than that, but that's just scratching the surface right there. She's definitely not faster than the guys, but my fireworks are for a different reason. I was celebrating Bolt and her with the same age. I can't speak for the others. I did see people on TV going way too far. That's all I'm saying. It's like, don't go crazy over it. It's like, you know, cheer on. Hopefully, you know, she takes the gold for the Tokyo Olympics. But people like the people that go crazy for Chick-fil-A and their customer service, like, calm down. It's okay. But good grief, y'all act like y'all lose your minds because you actually got your meal on time. It's supposed to be on time. That shouldn't have to wait for fast food. There's no reason why they fast. It's supposed to fast food, not slow food. But some people are easily amused, and that bugs me. So I don't want y'all to say nothing about a female ball player when y'all letting LeBron come out there looking like he do by the head. By his haircut? I don't know. And that man purse, I don't know. He's suspect. They are. And I don't knock that. I don't deny that women can be very mature and literal thinkers. That's not what I'm talking about. You know, and I respect the fact that both Amshay and I hope I'm saying your name right, Bri, y'all are not military experienced. So yeah, the haircut. I mean, I don't know which is worse, him or Kevin Durant. I mean, he got the bald spot in the back of his head, and then he don't ever brush his hair. I mean, you got all that money, you can't get a brush. Just brush it a little bit. Just It's a little brush on it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But we're not talking about being in construction. Like, oh, can you lift this piece of wood? Can you operate this machinery? Can you drive a forklift? Can you drive a bulldozer? Can you do those things? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about life or death. Meaning, kill or be killed. And all that comes along with that. We got men that suffer from PTSD, and that is something that people don't want to, factor in, because all they care about is the image of it. Oh, we're a tough soldier. We got the beret on. We got the uniform. We look cute in this. But what do they have to do behind the scenes for that? When you watch these movies and they talk about snipers and how the one famous sniper that actually got killed in the rear because he had befriended some crazy dude, and dude caught him slipping. That it's all cool in the movies, but I personally have supported snipers as a medic. I would never want to be a sniper. Knowing what I know about what snipers have to do, nah, it's not my cup of tea. The training they gotta do to be a sniper, the punishment they have to endure to be a sniper, and most snipers look like the biggest nerds you ever see. Not muscular at all, just like watch anime and Dragon Ball Z or what have you, but are deadlier than I don't know what. Get them behind an M24, yeah, they'll put a hurting on you. But you don't know that from the outside. You think, oh, it's just somebody laying down and shooting somebody from afar. It's way more to it than that. Way more to it than that. Okay, you said, why are men choosing to be stay-at-home dads? To kind of even the playing field. You know what I mean? Because I don't necessarily believe in either. Because all this, stay-at-home, well, put it this way. I don't believe in stay-at-home wives or stay-at-home husbands. I can understand stay-at-home dads and stay-at-home moms equally if one of them can't afford, or if they're going to a job that basically is paying for the daycare for that child. He said, like heck, sophisticated BS. What's sophisticated BS? Talk to me. Let me see if this thing is updating. Okay, that's updating. Alright. Y'all providers, movers, shakers, snipers, combat men. Not providers. Providers for children, yes. You said the movers, shakers, snipers, combat men. But again, like I said, to me, if you can't see the intermingling of women in sports, how in the world can you see the intermingling in combat? When they're talking about, perfect example, when they're talking about these dudes, transgender, who think they're women and want to compete with women, I'm not a fan of that either. I don't care what they think they are. They were born a dude. with dude stuff. They have no business competing in women's sports. You probably deserve as a child. Yeah, but I mean, and I can't tell you how that, what the experience of feeling or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But that's it. You don't get a pass for the rest of your life to just be taken care of. No, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. That is true. That is true. You said they don't promote women like to promote men in mainstream sports. And there's a reason for that. Or no, I would say there's reasons for that. Some you're gonna like, some you're not gonna like. One of the reasons I believe is that it's hard for some to see women other than in a dress and some heels, not saying nothing in the back corner. That's just true. They don't want them to see them in any type of physical capacity, whether it's whether it's physical sports, because other than that weird bikini football where they have the shoulder pads but bikinis on, everything else is pretty much in boxing. I mean, and who is that? Carissa is the only one. There's like very few boxers. But basketball, softball, you know. But that in that arena, you know, I do know some information on that. The women call the shots. The men or the little guys in that industry. The women make like 100 times more than the dudes in that industry. So that ain't fair. There you go, Aishan. Women don't support women's sports. When was the last time you saw a female root for a WNBA team? And this is going to be the other reason why I say, when you watch the WNBA, and as much as you got the LeBron James flopping and other people doing some, you know, James Harden doing the triple double step, the NBA is just better overall than the WNBA. You know, and another point, I hope Brian's still in here. Why is it the women's basketball is lighter than the men's basketball? I believe the rim is shorter. I think it's like a foot shorter. If they should be considered the same. Why is that? You said, so y'all pick and choose dominance in that aspect? When was the last time they advertised female sports as a family event? I mean, I think the WNBA does it a lot. Soccer did it. I know they did it a couple years back when I can't remember her name, but when the one that took off her shirt and everyone was like, she's so passionate about the win. I believe they beat Brazil that year. But they've done some stuff like that. Did you see the women's boxing champion that went in? Yeah, and I think she needs some more training because she got lucky. Old girl was had her in some pretty tough holes, but she got out of it. But she don't need to be trying to get Amanda Nunes. She need to stop. You know, I know boxers can be very arrogant and, you know, extremely confident in their ability, but boxing is not MMA. MMA is not boxing. Now, if you want to see if Amanda Nunes will do in a boxing ring, Yeah, I think that would be a better choice for her. But don't try to come see Amanda Nunes in the octagon. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. As a matter of fact, Amanda Nunes is in UFC. She fought in like PFL. Not the same. And I'm not the biggest fan of UFC as far as that concerned, but they are, the top of the MMA, food chain. Yeah, she is not already. Yeah, please, baby steps. He said they have the WNBA and soccer specials all the time. See? They have the WNBA and soccer specials all the time, but there are more female NFL fans than there are WNBA fans. So there's more females that like the NFL than they do like the WNBA. What? Deacon Steve in the building. What's going on, sir? Don't run away now. I see you over there. We're talking about what a father is and what a father is not. I would say on average because women are generally shorter than men's. Okay. Yes, and that plays a big part in it. Because when you start looking at some of these WNBA players who are skilled to a certain point, to a certain degree, that their centers are like 6'4", 6'5". That's the center, which is tall for a woman. Like 6'4", it's taller than me. It's 5 inches taller than me. But Steph Curry is 6'4". LeBron James is 6'8". Ben Simmons is supposedly 6'10". But Philly ain't really happy with him right about now. He said, meanwhile, men can do whatever they want and still become top athletes with no restriction. You didn't hear about the women sneaking men in the bubble. The women hey, I'm not going to condone or critique the fact that, like, he didn't want to be by himself for however long that they were going to be by themselves, and he wanted to sneak a woman in. And she was willing to be snuck in because she wanted some loving too. But and it's not too much. Like I said, don't mistake my statements that I'm just like, okay, I just want to put women in a box. They can't do this because it's feeding my ego or something to that effect. No, if you can do the job, do the job. Being the CEO of Walmart is different than being a combat soldier. Being the president of the United States, the only thing that I would say that I kind of agree with some of the people that don't think a woman could be a president is the fact that the president is kind of like the commander-in-chief, so they are commander of armies. So if you're not experienced with being a soldier, which Biden was, but of course Trump wasn't. Neither was Obama. It's kind of hard for me to say, I think you need to, because there's a lot of people who have no experience in the military sending soldiers off to die that don't care who they're putting in harm's way for nothing. For a little reward for us. Somebody's getting the reward, but it ain't us. He said, can we be on top of it and get away from the whataboutisms? Come on, talk to me. Talking about what father is and what a father isn't. Why do pastors always say it starts with us but never goes beyond that? They've been saying that since I was a kid. I was like, where's the middle and the end? Is it just about the beginning? Because they don't want to actually meet the middle and the end. They love just dogging out men. Let's talk about these men y'all praise. Hold on. Never heard of a woman being rushed to the hospital for overuse of sexually aroused drugs. That's Lamar Odom. But did you hear about the woman that was abusing her husband and still got to play in the Olympics? Yeah, that would not happen the other way around. No charges, or charges were filed, but they kept it hush hush to the point where she didn't lose any endorsements, nothing like that. So most persons don't have the background. Most are lawyers by trade. Um, but I appreciate you getting me back on track, Ishan. What I wanted to speak on was there's a lot of pastors, like Walter said as well, that have this jaded view of what a father is, and take Father's Day as an opportunity to kiss women's behinds, or bitter people in general, by dogging out fathers on our day. Who's y'all? He said Ike beat Tina for years and y'all did nothing. That's Tina's problem. And don't look, Derrick Jackson, talking about say it again. Don't. These are the men y'all look up to and see, and the inspiration of being what a real man is. Negative. Nope. If that is the case, then I can sit there and say to you, and you look up to Cardi B and Kim Kardashian, and that's what y'all think is a real woman. I don't think you would think that's accurate. You know? See, a father is someone who has to deal with no domestic violence shelters being available. Yeah, that's accurate on that there's no domestic violence shelters for men for when they're getting abused. Women have to learn to separate the holiday from their own situations. Yes, absolutely. So maybe I'm mistaking what you were saying. Say it again. Maybe you were giving me props or you're giving her props. I'm not sure. Because in my opinion, and even in the movie, it looked like she was chasing money. I didn't care what Ike's personality was or what have you. And to me, she got what she deserved. She asked for that. That's what she got. You know, to the point where they're both fighting each other, you know, equally. You know, and she was getting upper hand on him. So, do y'all have the same energy for her, or is like he deserved what he got because of all the beatings she had before then? You know what I mean? Appreciate that. Appreciate it, my brother. You know, because there are not shelters for men. There, y'all make that stuff up. Whatever. You and Shauna was teaming up. Y'all ain't never met each other. Y'all was like, yeah, girl. See, I don't like that movie. I'm not a fan of that. You talking about like A Color Purple? You know, y'all love that and like to make all guys Danny Glover's character, and I'm not a fan of that. You know, I'm not guilty of none of those things, and I'm not going to apologize for what another dude did. Not never. He said Tina did nothing. Too many small brain heifers who has bodies in the friend home but will pick an Ike. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She was chasing the money and probably had somebody that did her by her right, and eventually she found that later on in life. But she made choices. She wasn't kidnapped or, you know, what have you, and forced into that life. She went into it willingly. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of that movie, so everything in that movie to me is just functional, and it's just feeding that man hating. Men can do nothing right. We're all just abusive, mean, uncaring, wicked, and women are these perpetual victims, getting beat up, slapped, all kind of stuff. My inspiration was my grandfather, a man of his word and leader of his family. He laid the foundation for us to continue his legacy. I have never been moved by celebrities or social figures. Absolutely. My father is mine. And he's still walking around, I am blessed to still have my father. See, and that's how, that's how y'all accept those type of scenarios to make yourselves just the perpetual victims. She was kidnapped from the hospital by Ike. Because I specifically, I know Tina was the one behind What's Love Got to Do with It. And I know there was particular things that, she knew he was still involved with one of the dances or whatever. And she was like, so I want to be down too. There wasn't no kidnapping, nothing like that. She was fast and she was chasing him. Because he was the it. Even though he wasn't making that much money, he had hood fame, and that's what she wanted. But people sugarcoat it and call it something else because we cannot look at them in that light of being scandalous. You go to any NBA game and you see the groupies, chasing after these stars. But if we call them the groupie, no, they're not really that. They're just looking for love and, just so happen to be only NBA stars. Kim Kardashian. Or, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with a broke. Actually, some women are cool with Cardi B, Kim K, Megan Thee Stallion, Megan the Male Hearst, being at the forefront of women's empowerment and example. Yeah, but they will minimize that and say it's nothing wrong with being completely naked, but colored like a cheetah, lion, or a leopard, or something like that. See, you got to dissect that question a little bit. First of all, the first part is a lie. She was not forced into that life. Even in her own movie, she didn't show she was forced. And that was biased to try to make her look good. She went to that concert chasing him. She was not forced to do anything. Then, your question is, why do y'all, meaning me, stand by when your homeboys jump on the women or their woman, like being abusive to their girlfriend, being abusive to their wife? Never happened. Never happened. There's nobody that's going to be around me and check my track record. Because there are people that used to be around me that are no longer around me because they're uncomfortable being who they are. So I'm not saying they're not these clowns out there that exist. But they won't be around me. And those are facts. Like I said, you can check my track record. There's a lot of people that are no longer here. Because even though I said those things then, they still didn't believe I do what I say I do. And if you do any of those things that you're talking about, you will get exposed. Don't care if you're blood or not. They found out. So I take that very seriously. When people want to just, throw those things out just so haphazard, like all men do this. No, all men don't do that. Con artist men will tell you that because they want to con you to manipulate you to believe they are not that dude. Because 9 times 10, Derrick Jackson, they're that dude. But they want to clown other dudes so you can think that they're your friend. But the ones that hold you accountable for what you do, Those are the ones you need to pay attention to, that actually are looking out for you. I mean, that I don't know anything about, but again, she had plenty of opportunity to leave. Even if it was like, okay, hey, it was all good in the beginning, the first time you get hit, there's the door. Bounce. But what does she do? Try to figure it out, how to talk him off the ledge, try to do some other stuff. That's a problem. You know what I mean? So it takes two. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't sit up there and go, because again, and this is facts. I think I told this a couple times before. Well, a girl that I worked with was infatuated with this dude, but he had a girl, and she had witnessed him beating his girl down some stairs, but she still wanted to date him. She's like, I hope he breaks up with her or she leaves him so she could be the new girlfriend. I don't have sympathy for that. But then she'll get on here and she was light skinned, light bright. You know she gonna bruise easily. Then she gonna get on there and do that. Oh, woe is me, I didn't know. I thought he loved me. He said he would never do this to me. Come on, son. Stop it. I don't have sympathy for that. You get what you get. He said that is why the Protect All Black Women campaign is trash. I'm in black groups where they're trying to get more black fathers to sign up for that campaign. I'm not for that either. Because those are the same black women that are trash black men whenever they can, but still be like, hey, why didn't y'all protect me? Like, you don't even like me. Like, nah. Absolutely dumb. Absolutely dumb. But the other girls would not tell her that. She wasn't telling this to me. I happened to hear it. But she was telling it to other girls, and other girls were not even saying anything. Like, oh, yeah, cheering her on, saying, yeah, good luck with that. What kind of friend are they? He said, do you have any takeaway to say? Okay, it's almost time. To the young man trying to sort out being a father while under the words of society, of corny preachers, even the ones I know who thinks for themselves, tells me that there's too much pressure from certain sources. Many don't even have a Chico in their lives. My takeaway is this. What a father is a set of standards that only that particular man can, come up with, because my standards are different from anybody else's standards. I know I have people, you're going to agree to disagree. No one's going to be identical. What works for me may not work for another man. She said, why do black men date us until they make it big, then leave us for lighter shades in the end? Well, first of all, stop watching Tyler Perry movies, because you sound like a Tyler Perry movie in the making. I can't answer why another man would prefer that, because I do believe there's more than one reason. I mean, I do believe some people, kind of like the rumor was that D'Angelo was dating Angie Stone, but the powers that be said they didn't like the look, so they made him break up with her so that he could be more of a sex symbol. I don't know if that's true, but that can play a factor in people trying to mold you into what they want you to do, and so they may do that. I'm just saying, that's the first step for you. If you can't understand the dysfunction that's Terry Perry, most of what I'm saying is going to go over your head. Because that's all he does is depict us like what you just asked in that question. Why do black men date the black women until they get big and then they leave for lighter versions or lighter shades? That's Tyler Perry. You know? And why they will walk up on me and say some foolishness like that. Like they have, and it's okay. It's not disrespectful. It's not insulting. I'm supposed to be like, okay, yeah, thanks. You know, I appreciate you insulting me. You know, they got three, 4 baby daddies, but I'm the one that needs to answer for their false accusations that I would do something like that. They don't even know who their daddy is for their children, but I should. Now, this is their truth, but their lie, I should accept. Society was trying to say Bobby corrupted Whitney when Whitney was the aggressor for their drug use. Yeah, she was the corrupter. You know, Bobby wasn't no saint, but neither was Whitney. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He's a piece of crap. Tyler shows how men are inherently evil unless they let a woman teach them how to be men with his cross-dressing self. You know what I mean? Well, that's a start. You say you can agree with the Whitney thing. He said plenty of black celebrities who are still with their black wife. Denzel, Samuel Jackson. Oh yeah, and women jump the fence. Ask your girl Serena. She from Compton. Her husband ain't from Compton. Yeah, so I appreciate that, Ison. Women jump the fence too. But the amount of black women celebrities who are with white guys, Eve, Serena, there's a big list. Oh, hush, Tyler Perry fan, Bruce Porter in the building. What's going on, sir? Tyler Perry is trash, you know, and she's like basically naming a lot of characteristics that would be in his movies. I'm just saying. Snoop, Ice Cube, Russell Wilson, Samuel, Denzel, LeBron, you know. All been married for a long time. And the same can be said about them. All the people that have jumped, they gave sisters a chance. But they messed up. All of his movies. There's not one movie that he ever made that's not trash. Not one. There's not one movie that he has made or been associated with. Because I couldn't even watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I found out he was in it. Couldn't even do it. Nope. Trash. Pure trash. But you pick one, it is trash. And I don't even think this was a Tyler Perry movie, but The Best Man, that was trash too. You know, she had some bad relationships. I believe one was what's that dude, Stevie J or something like that. He was a clown. No, there's no such thing as Tyler Perry and good movies. They don't go together. You know, and that's the problem. Ain't you almost got me? You almost got me there. Ain't nothing scare me about the dude. He disgusts me. He's a cornball that sells black man hate, and y'all buy it. Y'all eat it up like popcorn or candy and chocolate. Y'all eat it up like crazy, like crack fiends. What's going on? Pastor Chris in the building. You know, yeah, he's another Tyler Perry fan too. But that would have to be a whole nother show. Matter of fact, I might do that for Wednesday, Bruce. You know, because there's no movie that he's done that's actually good. Just saying. None. But there's not. Fear is never. That's one of those lazy man approaches of like, okay, you don't like that I said this about this person. So like, oh, what scares you about him? That's supposed to like intimidate me and like, oh, wait a minute, no, I can't say I'm scared, so I gotta like him. No, no, no. So let's talk about Eddie Murphy and Boomerang. I didn't like Eddie Murphy's character in Boomerang. I was pretty pissed at that movie. Because one, the character didn't deserve to have Halle Berry's character. He deserved to be with that stupid Robin Gibbons character. The whole, she turned the tables on him, and then he was basically lost until Halle Berry pumped his spirits back up, got him back, thinking right, and then, you know what I'm saying, she noticed that he's back on his game, and he goes back to the Robin Givens character. That was some clown stuff right there, but, and then still was able to get back with Halle Berry in the end of the movie. Like, yeah, that's crap, so I'm not a fan of that kind of mentality. He said, my pet peeve is going on a date and a woman gives me the Tyler Perry scrutiny. He probably single-handedly is keeping someone forever single, bitter and lonely. Absolutely. You think so? I hope not. Kevin on Stage is a huge man-hater. He's a funny dude. I like his stuff, but I hope he ain't doing that. Diary of a Mad Black Woman. For color girls. I mean, come on, Bruce, stop it. Like, you Tyler Perry fans are notorious for saying some really weak stuff. Like, it really is powerful. Like, y'all really said something. You're like, no, you just didn't watch it good enough. You need to watch it again, and then all of a sudden it's going to be great. And why did I get married? And why did I get married too? The props were so cheap. You can see he took styrofoam from Home Depot and called it snow. But y'all were like, great movie. Give him billions for that crappy movie. No. He said, men real life treat women like this. Y'all push us into the lifestyle of having studs on Father's Day. No. Just the men you keep choosing because you keep passing up the good dudes. Because you want the Ikes and whatever dude's name was on Color Purple with the Suge Avery or whatever. Y'all keep picking these dudes and then blaming the rest of us for what that dude did to you. It ain't my fault you picked that dude. And studs can never be a father. Just FYI. So y'all be pushing women away. Then the evolution of these pleasure gadgets makes it easier to celebrate ourselves on Father's Day. Hey, TMI on that, but you sound, again, is it you that said you and Walter sound similar? But the lie, here come another Tyler Perry fan claiming he ain't a fan, you a fan. Yes, it was a movie with Grace Jones. Halle Berry is okay. She had some good movies, some bad ones. Monster Ball was definitely a bad one. That was a terrible movie. See, like I said, he think he's not a man hater either. He got with her because he seen what she did in Monsters Ball. First of all, Monsters Ball was way after Boomerang, but I don't care about his money. He's a sorry individual. You know what I mean? He's a billionaire, but so what? He's a piece of crap. Still. I tell it to his face, he's a piece of crap. Oh, you stupid. He said, you need to tag me in some Kevin stuff. He literally said that he understands why people say that we don't deserve black women. That's some clown stuff. He said that right after Meg shot herself in the hoof. You know, I don't believe that dude shot her. I think she shot herself. And I don't think she got shot. I think it was just like something nicked her. You know what I mean? Because she was back up and running in like 2 days. You got shot in both feet? Nah. People look at movies with their own lens. You can't get mad because they don't see it from your lens. That's true. That's true, Bruce. I cannot get mad because they don't see it. I just don't have to fellowship with those type of people. Because that's the same lens they're going to look at me. And I don't have time for it. If you're going to call me all Ike or whoever else, a Diving Mad Black Woman was a cornball movie, you know, life is too short. Have fun finding some more dudes to beat on you and do all that other stuff. Just stay your behind over there. Oh, who's going to protect me? No. I'm Ike, remember? Keep that same energy. I'm Ike. Let Ike keep beating your behind. But, fathers deal with women like Jada who get a pass. Yeah. Nobody had no problem with that. What's your thoughts on that one? With the what do they call it? It wasn't cheating, it was something else. It was a disturbance or something they called it. But it wasn't cheating. You know, entanglement. Yeah, you know, she got entangled. What about that? You can't tell me you would have taken care of Helen like she took care of Charles. Who is Helen and Charles? Helen. I'm just speaking for the women in the back. I can tell you a lot, but I don't think you're ready for that. You know what I mean? You know, because a lot of women talk about, you know, they can't find a good man. It's like, because the good men see you coming, and they don't want no parts of that. You know, because every woman thinks they're the best woman in the world when they're just as crappy as the Ikes and crappy dudes. And wonder why they can't get a good man. It's probably because you're not a good woman. Just saying. So don't put me in your bull. See? Y'all make up excuses. I didn't ask about what the Will did, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about, what do you think about her entanglement? You see how y'all twist that around? So, if she did nothing wrong, how did she return what was done to her? That would mean that Will didn't do anything wrong because she's returning what was done to her and she didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, I hope you caught that. Hallie want white money. Yeah, well, Hallie, I think every one of her significant others have been white. Oh, Lord. Come on, Amsay. You got to do better than that. You got to do better than that. And that's the problem right there. Women are not accountable. If you really think Jada Pinkett is a victim, and I like her as an actress. She's an awesome actress. But she was foul for that. She lost a lot of respect on that. Essie is a sorry actor too. Essie. I don't know who that is. A stereotype lens is never good. Love Eartha Kitt. Marcus Darling. that was ridiculous. Marcus. But yeah. Now because like what she's saying when women cheat is they're still a victim. But when Future cheats and he's a piece of crap, we call it what it is. He's not a victim. I ain't heard nothing like that. That's made up. You know, talking about Will had a baby or cheated on her or what have you. Again, there's no whatever. Idris Elba would cheat on you and you'd still be like, oh, it didn't matter because it's Idris Elba. But there's no excuse for cheating. If you got cheated on, cheating back is not okay. Like, bounce, do what you gotta do, but yeah, that's on some low level stuff. We gotta get higher level thinking on that one. He said Eddie being a woman, love being a woman, especially is with Johnny GL. The sorority of sisters need to stop gassing toxic females. Yeah. And I'm not saying that, Walter. Like I said, you and Amshay need to Derrick Jackson is seen by someone as better than black male father. Yeah, what's your thoughts on Derrick Jackson? I'm pretty sure I know what you're gonna say, but oh my gosh, she didn't just say Jada held the family together. That weirdo family, really? Have you seen their kids? You need to stop, Amshay. Stop it. You doing too much now. That's just crazy. But went over time a little bit. I appreciate all the input, even from the crazy ones. He's a sophisticated piece of trash. Now, there's some things I do not like that Will did, especially with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air show and whatnot. But I still think Jada's worse in this situation. Because all that stuff you talking about is rumor. What she did was, confessed. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, got you. You talking about Derrick Jackson, sophisticated piece of trash. Yeah. And she's a dummy, too. I have no sympathy for her, too. She not a victim. She's chasing money. But we can have that show another time, maybe on a Wednesday, and see what we could put together for that. But I appreciate y'all, Walter, Joseph, with your crazy behind, Aishan, Bruce, Joe, what am I forgetting? Amshay, her friend Bry, I think it was Bry. Pastor Chris was in the building for a quick second. And Deacon Steve was in here as well. I will do. Appreciate you. Yeah, he got rid of the dark Aunt Viv. That pissed me off right there. And just the reason why is like, and try to make her look crazy and all that. Didn't like that. That's not cool at all. Just because he was so ego-led and blah, blah. Like, he need to get slapped for that one. But I hold both to the fire. I'm not, just heavy-handed on the women. I'm heavy-handed on the men, too. You wrong, I go 100% at you. As when you were right, I go 100% for you. Remember, you don't have to think like me, but you do have to think. You're never too old to learn. You're never too young to teach. Appreciate y'all. We do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll have a hot topic for y'all come Wednesday. The light skin one sucked. Yeah, she was okay, but yeah, she was not. It wasn't the same. But the light skin one sucked. But love y'all. Something y'all can do about it. See y'all Wednesday. Chico out.